Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Transformers 1. Not something I'm massively looking forward to. I just don't really care, to be honest. Like, this is nothing that yeah, this is for me. Like, I understand this is for children. But the first reviews have come in, and they're incredibly positive. So much so, they are claiming, and you saw from the sort of headline of this video, the title, the best Transformers we've had, basically. So, yeah, as much as I didn't care much for the trailer, if it's good, I will go and watch it. Genuinely. I do like Transformers. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure these days, obviously because I'm getting old and grey, but yeah. So let's take a look, shall we? Transformers 1, hailed as, quote, best Transformers movie to date. That is quite the high praise. Yeah. Quite the high praise. So the first reviews for Paramount's animated prequel movie, Transformers 1, are in, and they are mostly very positive. I mean, they're very positive. It's got 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it is incredibly positive. It says, which is somewhat surprising given the mixed reactions to the trailer. This is true, but then it could be that the critics like it, and then the audience doesn't. Or, the majority of the people that looked at the trailer weren't children. You know, they were like me. Like, I didn't interact with the trailer, I just watched it and went, this is for kids. And just moved on. Like, obviously this isn't for me. It didn't look like they turned it into any nonsense. It just looked like just a children's story with Transformers, basically. And I know someone would argue that Transformers, generally speaking, should always be for children. Perfectly valid comment, to be honest. But the live-action movies were almost four-quadrant films, so adults could enjoy them as well. This seems primarily a children's-focused movie, which is perfectly fine. But like I said, it could be that the mixed reaction to the trailer is that it's the majority of the adults that, you know, had watched the other Transformers films expecting it to be like that and just expressed their disdain for it. So for those that don't know, the story focuses on Optimus Prime and Megatron before they become sworn enemies and leaders of their respective Transformer factions. Basically, Chris Hemsworth voices Optimus Prime, Brian Tyree Henry is Megatron, and the movie introduces the two then friends as simple worker bots unable to transform into their vehicle and weapon forms as they assemble a group of fellow warriors to battle against a mysterious plant-like villain. They gain the ability to become robots in disguise. So some critics weren't hugely won over. Most people were. So let's just have a look. So this one, Griffin Schiller. Great name. Transformers 1 has the touch. Don't let the trailers fool you. This is X-Men First Class on Cybertron. So, Cooley Your Face Off delivers a shock-wavingly compelling film about oppressive systems and how to fight them. The series has never felt more exciting, action-packed, and alive. Like, some of these reviews will really surprise you, by the way. Like, they really will. Transformers 1, hands down, one of the best Transformers movies to date. Spectacularly animated, and realises these characters and their arcs wonderfully, with some terrific action sequences to anchor them. As a massive fan of the franchise, this made me very happy. Look, I could not care about the animation. I thought the animation looked rough, but I'm old, and I like hand-drawn animation. I don't like the CG stuff. I really, you know, I'm old. I understand it's not for me. I get it. Like, this is me being very self-aware. IO9, Transformers 1 is the best Transformers movie in a generation. So that's good. Slash Film, the animated Transformers 1 is like a breath of fresh air for the Transformers franchise. Not bad. Not bad. Variety loved it. Transformers 1 is a fun and refreshingly sophisticated retelling of the events that made enemies of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Hollywood Reporter. Transformers 1 review. Chris Hemsworth and Brian Tyree Henry lead a delightful franchise revitalizing prequel. Because there was that, I can't remember what it was called, but there was that Transformers, was it like, well, I'll say anime, it wasn't an anime, but there was a Transformers animated thing on Netflix. And boy, that was rough. Like, I thought some of that was rough as piss. And that was technically a prequel. So, hey. Transformers 1 review, a cut above most of its predecessors. Good. Good. And you know what? Like, as much as I give the animation a hard time, I was going to say, this image here is actually quite good. I quite like that image. This one. Like, that's a cool image. It's good, you know, it's good. Collider, Transformers 1 review. Chris Hemsworth leads thrilling new origin story for our favourite robots. But yeah, see, like, I just, meh. I think this animation's soulless. That's just what I think. Transformers 1 is genuinely the biggest surprise of 2024. What I thought would be disposable children's fare turned out to be a stunningly animated, very funny, surprisingly emotional, and visceral film about the power of belief. Well, shit. Full review Thursday. So there you go. I mean, look. Again, maybe I should go and watch it. Because maybe it is actually pretty good. Another one here. Be one of the first to see Transformers 1. Oh, this is their own thing. So, I mean, yeah, maybe I could. Maybe I should go and see it. But let's have a look. So, the reviews here. All critics. 45 reviews. It's not bad. Some people don't like it. New York City Movie Guru. Let me just scroll out there. A dull, tedious, ultimately exhausting animated action adventure with dazzling CGI and a double feature. With the wild robot, it would be the shallow and inferior B movie. But he still gave it a fresh. It's an origin story that's fixated on doing something original with these origins, which pays off and shows that there's more than meets the eye to this franchise. The movie touches on several themes like exploitation, corruption, worker empowerment in an engaging, entertaining and fun way for the whole family. Viewers would be wrong to dismiss Transformers 1 as a mindless cash grab kids movie. Transformers 1 excels, especially in the context of the previous Transformers film canon, in its exploration and definition of its characters, humanising them and underscoring the tragedy that led former brothers in arms to become deadly enemies. Oh, interesting. I mean, a lot of people bloody like it, to be honest. Let's have a look at the negative ones. The story adds some nice twists to the Transformers mythos, and it will doubtlessly appeal to both longtime fans and their children. So what's the issue then? While the film contains action and humour, it fails seamlessly to integrate its themes into the narrative. That is in stark contrast to everyone else. Wow. Some more negatives. After decades of experience with the Transformers in various forms, I've come to the following conclusion. They make better toys than movies. Good info. Transformers 1 is mostly content with half-hearted puns and barely legible Cybertronian battles that could have used some major transforming before rolling out. I mean, IGN does tend to hate everything, to be honest, unless it's woke as piss. This one here says, sorry about that, says fills in the backstory for the legendary robots in disguise, but there's little here for viewers who come in with no investment in this universe, cinematic or otherwise. There you go. I mean, it's all majorly positive. Some negatives, like I've been reading them out. But there you go. It's all executed competently but joylessly, with zero fun to be had as it labours across an hour and 40-minute runtime that feels both too short and painfully long. So bad pacing. But there you go. Mostly positive. People say it's the best thing ever. And there's a few that say that, to be honest. Look, this one here, just for argument's sake. Transformers 1 is the best Transformers movie ever made. I mean, that's huge. So what do you guys think? Have you watched it? Oh, well, is it out yet? Are you going to watch it? Let me know. Cheers, take care. Bye-bye now.